Okay, I want to talk about falling into a habit, possibly over the weekend or when you're feeling lonely or when someone reaches out to you when you said you wouldn't reach out back. Anything, right? Don't restrict yourself. First off, that's what I want to say. Don't restrict yourself. When you restrict yourself, you restrict your healing. You have a cycle to live out, to learn from, to complete. And sometimes that can mean you dip into bad habits. Sorry, I always do that. I always end up looking at the texts and looking right at the camera. You have a cycle to live out, and you're beating yourself up for living out the life plan that your spirit had designed for you. We all write out our life plans. You're here because you believe in this. And I'm telling you, you need to respect the process. Go through the steps, go through the phase. Don't let people around you try and make you feel guilty for giving into a wound that is still hungry. Does that make sense? Your soul's hungry for something. And if you really want to get out of it, eventually you will. You'll find a way and it'll just fall into place. 1, 2, 3, as I said that. Take the steps to heal. And that doesn't mean go beat yourself up because your aunt or your mom or your dad are shitting on you for doing something that you said out loud that you never would. Don't tell other people about your issues, especially if they're not working on themselves. You know what I mean? Like if you have eggshells every time you like tell them something or confide in something, or your best friend, if you have people that stop talking to you because you dipped into something that you said you wouldn't, stop confiding in people. That's our biggest weakness, is wanting to support and guidance from people who don't even support and guide themselves. They're just going through the motions. You have a deeper calling for healing, and that's why you take these things so hard. I hope this is resonating with someone. Don't beat yourself up for going out for a drink. Sorry, I have really dry lips, and I've been cleansing people's energy all weekend, so it comes out in acne and like messy hair and stuff, so forgive me. But I'm sorry, my niece and nephews always do this every time I'm recording. Can you guys stop yelling, please? Thank you. Sorry. They get really hyper after they have food. Don't beat yourself up. You know, eventually you're going to get so sick of this habit, this cycle, that you're not going to do it anymore. Stop restricting yourself and limiting how you heal. Because when you do that, you create this temptation. And you need to let yourself get sick of it. Please, if it's hard drugs, please get real help though. I should say this. Don't, there's people who love you, and you are neglecting to see that when you choose this over, you know, it's really hard. I just want to talk about this for a second. It's really hard to get out of that, especially when everyone around you is getting mad at you for having a habit like that. That I understand. I had everyone call me a loser or like stuff like that, just really mean, and they didn't understand what was going on. And if I talked about it, quit crying victim and go get help. I wasn't like heavily addicted to anything. I just like would indulge in drinking too much, and it turned me into a selfish, materialistic person, right? And like really stupid too, making stupid choices. And people without empathy are not your tribe. I just want to tell you this. This kind of aligns with what I'm going for right now, the topic. People have no sympathy and just remind you that you're failing. I just want to ask you, like, why do you keep going back to them? Those are reflections of the part of you that don't approve of yourself. You don't need people like that. You need to be around people who actually understand you and hear you. And so be it YouTube videos like right here. Go follow my Instagram. I post daily and I don't ignore people when they message or comment. I respond. I love supporting my crowd. I love supporting my friends. I I used to be you too, right? Like I used to be really lost and dabbling in things that I shouldn't have been dabbling in. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like getting out of that is really hard. Trying to source out who's there for you and who isn't is really hard, especially when you're not there for yourself, especially when you're constantly beating yourself up because you dabbled into something that you is not good for you, right? But you have to go through the cycle. You have to take the steps. What is this? What did I do to myself? Sorry, it's distracting me. This is acne, but I don't know what that is that just popped up. Quit beating yourself up for nursing a wound that you don't even know what it is yet. You probably have no clue what this habit's coming from. Like, you have no idea. And it's like you keep telling yourself, nope, it doesn't exist. I'm not going to do it. Cold turkey. Nope. And then all of a sudden you go on a binge and you purge and you feel like even more shit after such hard months of work, right? Or weeks even. Every time you push it down and compromise it, you're just making yourself want it more subconsciously. Subconsciously, you have to say, like, what am I trying to get rid of? Why do I keep doing this? What about this person is good for me? Sit down and write the pros and cons down and look at it. Look at this person, look at this drink, look at this situation, and ask yourself, does this benefit any of my wounds? I feel like you can sit down and do this with yourself and just be real for a minute. And even if you don't want to do that right now, I'm going to remind you to stop beating yourself up. Okay? The only way you can get rid of a habit or a person or a thing is to just kill the urge for it. There's nothing else you can do. Quitting cold turkey, some people can do it, but I feel like that creates obsession subconsciously, right? And it's not healthy. I don't know. It's not healthy to neglect your feelings and your emotions. Even if you can't have a conversation with them, write down in a journal. Or I really like recording private videos and talking about things that bother me. And I will go all out. And a little part of me does blame them. But towards the end of the video, I got the anger out. I got the wound out. And finally I'm like, but you know what? I see what this is teaching me. And now I understand where the pain comes from. And I can let it go. This is going to be a constant exercise. You can't just talk about it once. You can't just close the door on it and it goes away. That's just not how it works. You had years and years and years and years and years of compromising yourself or comparing yourself or other people doing that for you, telling you that your feelings are insignificant, telling you that this situation's stupid and you're stupid for dealing with it. How are you going to heal from that when you're already telling yourself that you're stupid for dealing with it? You're not stupid for dealing with it. Bottom line, you're in pain. Like, how else are you going to get through this unless you go through it? Right? Quit cutting yourself off. Quit stopping your wound from healing. Pay attention to the pain, to the cries, to the urges, to the temptation. I hope this video makes sense, guys. I really love all of you. And don't beat yourself up about anything you did, okay? Don't do that. You don't deserve it. You deserve more. Bye.